We're going to install this Hipshot A Style bridge on our trusty red Squire P-Bass. First thing, take off them strings. Now, 2 pieces of painter's tape go on either side of the bridge, but leave a little bit of room because the A Style bridge is quite a bit larger than the stock. Now, with our pencil, you're going to mark the approximate location of the saddles. With our screwdriver, we're going to carefully remove the 5 mounting screws and say goodbye to the old bridge. This is a great time to check on your ground wire. Make sure it's going to make good contact with the bottom of the bridge. Otherwise, you're going to get a nasty buzz. Before we can install the A-Style bridge, we need to remove the bass side saddle to gain access to the mounting hole. Simply loosen the intonation screw until the saddle pops off, then remove the spring and screw and set aside. Starting each of the included mounting screws by hand will keep the bridge from walking away on us while we work. With our screwdriver, we drive in the outer 2 screws, but not all the way. We still want some play in the bridge. Once the center screw is snugged down, we can go back and snug down the outer screws as well. This method ensures that the bridge will be perfectly centered on your bass. Now we can reinstall the intonation screw, spring, and saddle. Simply line up the screw with the threaded hole in the saddle and tighten down while applying slight pressure. Remember those marks we made earlier? Use those to roughly adjust the saddle positions. We recommend that you bring the saddles behind the marks, as it's always best to intonate from flat to sharp. Before restringing, it's a good idea to raise the saddle heights with these 2 hex screws. Go higher than you think you'll need. Here, we're going 3 to 5 turns. We'll be dialing in our action later, but this is a good place to start. There are several methods for restringing the A style, but this is our preferred way. Gently slide the string into the quick load slot and pull the other end up to the headstock. We're going to clip the string at about 1.5 posts away from the bass side tuner. We then remove the ball end from the slot, but leave the string draped over the saddle. Now, we just wind the string on the post like we normally would. After a few turns, the ball end comes close enough to the slot to load it back in. A few more turns brings the string up to tension. If you're installing old strings, you can skip the first 2 steps and start with winding the string on the post and loading the ball into the bridge once it gets close enough. Also, quick winders make this job so much easier. Remove the tape, tune your bass up to pitch, and meet us over at the 17th fret to set your string height. Using our scale, calibrated to 32 of an inch, we measure from the top of the fret to the bottom of the string. Here, we're at over 1/8 of an inch, which is on the high side. Let's bring that down to 3/32 by evenly turning the height adjust screws counterclockwise. And there it is. Here, we're going from 3/32 on the bass side down to 2/32 on the treble side, so each string will be progressively lower. But keep in mind that string height or action is a matter of personal preference, so feel free to experiment until you find what works best for you and your playing style. A neat feature of the A-Style bridge is the ability to change your string spacing. Simply loosen the barrel set screw, pull the string to the desired position, and lock it back in. With this feature, you can change your overall string spacing from bass to treble side by as much as 1/8 of an inch. And just like that, we're almost done. Follow us along to the intonation video to complete the setup of your new A-Style bridge. See you there!